Hello there, my name is Charity and this is my YouTube channel. I am a YouTube vlogger. Nice to meet you. So I am well aware of the fact that when you put yourself out there on the internet, you're gonna get some feedback. You cannot and will not be able to avoid receiving stupid, rude, or hateful comments and or messages. This is the internet. What do you expect? Now, normally I don't do this kind of stuff, but today I decided to, so let's just get started. So today I received one of the most stupidest messages that I've actually received in a really long time. I had just opened my eyes when Alan's alarm clock went off. Alan is my husband, by the way, if you're new here. So I wake up, I open my little eyes, and I'm getting ready to start my day, and I just grab my phone, I'm looking at it, and I see this message. This particular person has messaged me in the past, and this particular person was rather kind in the past. But today she decided not to be so kind. So I thought that we could walk through this message together. I can read you the comment and also give my commentary. This is also kind of like my response to her, seeing as after she sent the message, she completely blocked me so that I couldn't reply, which I thought was really rude. I mean, how are you going to message somebody and like talk crap to them and then block them? Is that how that works? Okay, so let's start off here. The first thing she says to me is, "You didn't go to school. How can you have an opinion about the corona?" That's the first thing I read as soon as I open my little eyes. It hit me like a ton of bricks. So let me explain before I finish this message. Let me explain like what's going on here. Let me paint you a picture and then I'll finish the rest of the message. So recently on my Instagram, I have been reposting things on my story. So I'm not necessarily like posting personal things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing other people's stuff and I'm reposting it. I'm sharing it with my followers, and it's stuff that I just find interesting. It's not stuff that's necessarily 100% a fact or truth, even though it could be, but it could also be a lie. I don't know. Do you know? Maybe this girl knows, the one that wrote me, because she seemed to have a lot to say about it. But anyways, I'm just sharing things on my story. It's really not that big of a deal, okay? It's just things that I find interesting and things that, I kind of agree with. I'm sharing things about like the coronavirus, things to do with end times, things to do with vaccines and getting microchipped, things like that. But also yesterday I did a poll on my Instagram for my followers, and I just kind of asked like, how many of my followers have been tested positive for corona? I was just interested in seeing like how many of my followers had the coronavirus, and I wanted to know about their experiences. Not because I'm worried about the coronavirus, not because I have the coronavirus, not because I have symptoms of coronavirus. I was just genuinely interested in hearing from my followers about if they had coronavirus and what their experience was like. Okay? So I posted a poll, and then after the poll, I gave everyone a chance to like do a little type-in thing to share their experiences so that I could read. That just scared the crap out of me. It was the cat opening the door. Anyways, asked them to like, share about their experience so that I could share their experience on my Instagram story. Some shared that they did have the coronavirus, and they all shared their experiences, like what they went through, how it felt, their symptoms, things like that. If they had friends or family that had died from coronavirus, they're just given some pretty good information. I also mentioned that the reason why I wanted to hear from my followers is because I don't really believe the news. I'm sorry, but the news is not always telling you the truth, okay? That's just the truth. I had watched some videos on YouTube of people who had corona and their experience, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes people might be lying on YouTube just because they want to get views. Like, you know, I mean, everyone's gonna click on the video that says, I had a coronavirus, you know? So, I mean, I don't know if they're telling the truth, so I wanted to hear from my peeps. Okay, so my point is, I think all of that, what I just told you, is why I received this message today. So let's rewind. You didn't go to school. How can you have an opinion on the corona? First of all, a person doesn't have to go to school to have an opinion about something. Second, I am 35 years old. I think I'm 35. I'm not sure. It's probably possible. But I'm pretty sure that the coronavirus, like this exact coronavirus, is new, okay? And I'm pretty sure they wasn't teaching nobody about the coronavirus when I was in school, honey. I'm just gonna leave that right there. But let me know in the comments, did you learn about the coronavirus in school? I would love to hear all about it since I didn't go to school. The next thing she says is, you legit. You legit. Do not know how germs, virus, or science works. You're right. I'm not a scientist. And the reason she said that is because you were never taught. She's right. Then she goes on to say, I can't really tell you what exactly she said, so I'll just say it in the nicest way possible. She pretty much said, it's already shady that you think it's okay that family members can marry each other. You legit don't think inbreeding is real. Bam. Boom. What a slap in the face. What does that have to do with coronavirus? All right, moving on. The next part of the message says, you are a doctor. I'm not kidding. She said I was a doctor. Thanks, girl. Well, what she meant to say was, you aren't a doctor. Yeah, she meant to say you aren't a doctor, but she had a little typo. We'll give her a pass on that one. Honestly, I don't even know where she got that information from, though, because, you know, I'm not a doctor. But anyway, she says that I'm not a doctor. Well, this is what she wrote. You are a doctor. Stop spreading misinformation before you get a follower killed. I didn't know that reposting information was gonna get y'all killed. I am so sorry. Are y'all okay? Anyways, then she goes on to say, now this one's gonna be a shocker to y'all. Are you ready for this? You know your fan base is majorly poor. Why did I just sound drunk when I said that?
You know your fan base is majorly poor.
Can you believe she said that? You know that your fan base is majorly poor. Well, actually, I didn't know that. Are y'all really poor? She knows more about y'all than I do. I mean, that's pretty creepy. Then she goes on to say this, and I quote, that y'all cannot afford health insurance. That's what she said. I'm starting to think she's a spy. She seems to know a lot about me and y'all. So then the next part of the message says, a mask is cheaper than a ventilator. Is she serious? You mean a mask is cheaper than a ventilator? That's another thing I wasn't taught. Good information. She's actually giving us good information right here. And she goes on to explain what a ventilator is, just in case I didn't know, I'm sure. She says, a mask is cheaper than a ventilator. You know, the machine keeps air in your lungs once they are too damaged to do the work themselves. I really appreciate her teaching me this. I mean, she must be a teacher. Then the next part of the message says, I'm disappointed with your reactions. I really thought you would be on the side of love, light, and staying safe. Okay. But nope. You spread lies and put people in danger. God doesn't want that. Have I put any of y'all in danger? I mean, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure you all have a mind of your own and you probably know what and what not to do. And I highly doubt that me reposting someone else's post is gonna encourage you, like, to put yourself in danger. I mean, everyone got their own mind. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, regardless of what anybody else says, so, I don't know. Cookie, you're not supposed to be on here, but okay, I'll let that slide. God doesn't want that. You're right, God doesn't want that, so I'm sorry if anything that I've posted has, like, put y'all in danger, okay, sisters? I didn't mean to do that, but I'm gonna keep reposting what I've been posting because I think it's interesting and I think other people would think it's interesting too. Anyway, you want people to believe in God with no proof, but when there's actually proof something exists, people actually dying, you think it's a big conspiracy, laughing face. I don't even know what to say back to that because I never said it was a big conspiracy. Coronavirus is obviously a real thing. I'm not going to go into detail right now about my thoughts and opinions on the coronavirus because I obviously didn't go to school, so I cannot have an opinion on the coronavirus. Yeah, I just don't want to get into all that right now, but it's a virus. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I get it. It's real. And the part about you want people to believe in God with no proof. Does that mean that she wants y'all to believe more in the coronavirus because it's real rather than believing in the Lord Jesus Christ? Is that what she's trying to say? That part just kind of was like, what is she even saying? John 20:29, by the way, says, kitty cat, where are you? Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. So I guess that's my response to your comment on that, honey. Blessed. I am blessed. Anyway, so then she goes on to say it's actually comical until you realize that it's your own grandparents and children dying. Why would it be comical? What is so funny about a deadly virus? So it's funny. It's so funny, it's comical. Until, because everybody was laughing before, right? Ah! Until it's your grandparents or your child. Oh man, this ain't funny no more. I ain't laughing. I never really did think it was funny. I mean, it's kind of scary actually, but yeah. Anyways. Oh my God, that was just ridiculous. All right, there is coronavirus in the NICU. That means newborn babies are getting infected in the hospitals, can barely open their eyes, and are on machines infected with a deadly disease. That is so sad, and I'm sorry to hear it. More Americans have died than the Vietnam War times 3. Come on now. Can somebody fact check her on that? Can somebody do a little research, since I wasn't taught in school? Do a little research for me. Has more people died from the virus than the Vietnam War times 3? I'm just curious. Anyway, she says, come on now. Do the Lord's work and keep shepherd's flock safe. Listen to the real doctors who God blessed with healing hand and the intelligence to use them Do not deny the good that was created for you by believing some hype conspiracies. So, she insults me, insults my followers. Makes the coronavirus more real than Jesus. And then she goes on to be a little kinder at the end to say, do the Lord's work. Okay. Listen to the real doctors. You mean like Stella Emanuel? She was a real doctor, but nobody was listening to her. Anyway. So real doctors who God blessed with healing hand. Is this the garbage man? Always something when I'm trying to film. If it ain't the birds and it ain't the cats and it ain't my husband, it's the garbage man. We'll let him do his work. Anyway, the intelligence to use them. Do not deny the good that was created for you. So don't deny the good that was created for you by believing some hype conspiracies. I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. Created for you by believing some hype conspiracies. She's talking about. But yeah, that was the end of the comment. There wasn't really anything else. I just thought I would share that with y'all because why not? I would also like y'all's input on it. What did you think of this message? Leave it down in the comments below what you thought about the message that I received the moment that I opened my eyes this morning. I also want to leave you with this last message, which is: stay safe, do the right thing for you and your family. Wear your mask because it's cheaper than a ventilator. Stay 6 feet apart in every store and everywhere you go. Stay home as much as possible. Wash your hands at least 20 seconds. And take care of yourself, y'all. I still can't get over the fact that she said I'm not a doctor. Anyways, there's probably a lot more I actually would like to say, but I'm just gonna hold the tongue and zip the lip. Okay. Alright then. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for the message you sent me today, girl. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know all of these things. Today, I have been taught.